many times we gonna hear people say, "Oh, don't post your relationship on social media." To me, honestly, it just depends on the person. You could post whatever the hell you want to post, but just understand whatever you post, there might be consequences with it. So it depends on how you use it and what you get from it.
Let's go ahead and get into our first topic of the night, which is social media and its effects on modern day relationships. Let's go ahead and play this.
You know your man in real life. Why you gotta know him on Facebook? Like, what does that do for you other than invite people in your business, invite people to tell you how your relationship will work, invite people to tell you what happiness is for you? Every single relationship is unique. And social media is literally the death of relationships because you have this platform that tells you what your love should look like. It's impossible. You cannot make it that way. You've got to seclude your relationship. You have got to keep that thing out of other people's reach because if it's sacred to you, why does everybody else need to touch it? There is a reason why when you shake somebody's hand, you reach out to them with your right hand because it's the hand that touches the least amount of
All right, let's go ahead and hop into it. Social media and its effects on modern day relationships. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Lady Di. What are your thoughts about that?
It sounded like she was just rambling to me, but because I mean, how many times we gonna hear people say, "Oh, don't post your relationship on social media"? To me, honestly, it just depends on the person. You could post whatever the hell you want to post, but just understand whatever you post, there might be consequences with it. So it depends on how you use it and what you get from it. There's people who post their life on social media and are making millions of dollars doing that. All right. It doesn't mean that's going to destroy their relationship or whatever it is they're posting. It just depends on, how negative it is. What are you trying to get out of it? Is your intentions to just get attention? Because there are people that just want attention and that's fine. But, it just depends. I see it could be something wrong with it with depending on what they're doing it for. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with it. We are in a life of technology. So I feel like, we all just get with the program or don't get it. Don't get with it. I don't think you should just hate on people that are posting their life on social media.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Fatty. What are your thoughts about that?
Good evening, everybody, by the way, and salute to the Untouchables on the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. It depends. If you don't post nothing, you're a reserved person, don't post it. But if you are one of those that post every time you go on a trip, every time you buy a bag, every time you buy a shoe, every time you go to dinner, your friends, every time you go to the club, if you post everything that is nice in your life, why are you hiding your boyfriend like that? So if you post everything that is good every time you go to Fogo do Chão and you get that nice Brazilian steak, why are you hiding your boyfriend? That's not your style. So hey, be consistent. If you're a reserved person, do what you do, hiding. If you actually are someone that posts every highlight that you have on your day, your boyfriend is the highlight of your life. And your girlfriend too, if he's a man. So be consistent.
What?
All right, I'm gonna go to Precious. What are your thoughts about social media and its effects on modern day relationship?
Well, the effects that social media has on modern day relationships is, I would say, the burden of comparison. If you're someone who posts on social media and you think that's okay for you and your relationship, the effects that it has on your relationship is now, who are you talking to? What are you liking? Why are you liking her picture? Why are you liking his picture? Like she said in the video, if you know somebody in real life, social media to me is a snapshot of certain moments in someone's life. And you can get caught up. The modern day society gets caught up with keeping up with the Joneses. And keeping up with the Joneses now is not like the Joneses back in the day. So now it's, times 10. So I would say, do keep some of your relationship private. If you post, you post, but that's between the two people that are in the relationship. You also have to be secure in your relationship. If you have someone who does social media content, you have to be secure and confident that that person is doing their content and not thinking that they're out here cheating, talking to other people. But it takes a very strong and confident person to be with someone like that. And I personally say, look, I do the content, but after that, it's like a job to me. After that, it's just like social media is not that important to me because there's so many more important things in real life to focus on.
All right. I'm gonna go to you, Austin. What are your thoughts about it?
As a person that grew up in the social media era, right? I'm quite certain I'm the youngest person on this panel. Social media has had the most damaging effect on modern relationships because what it did is everyone's heard this quotation that comparison is the thief of joy. Well, guess what? Social media has put us in this frame of view where we're constantly comparing. In our parents' generation and our grandparents' generation, great grandparents, I noticed that people stayed together. Marriages lasted longer, relationships were more stable because you weren't always comparing what you were doing to what everyone else around you is doing. Social media has everyone able to post their highlight reels in a sense to where it's all image now, right? That's all this is. And so that has led to the destruction in many aspects of relationships. Many relationships are destroyed because of social media.
All right, Nicole, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, we-
Social media is designed for people to share, and unfortunately, for many, it can cause oversharing, which could be problematic in a relationship, and also it can stunt the growth and development of the relationship and bonds to get stronger for the relationship to last because the trust is eroded. And a lot of times, we talked about comparison. Comparison can be a problem. Also, people can be totally happy until they see something on social media that they want. And then they think that their relationship is not good because of what they saw. Or they realize their relationship is not as good as they think, or it could be better because they're looking at someone else. And now all of a sudden, where they were content or they were happy, they've convinced themselves based on what they see on social media or based on what someone told them on social media. Now they're not happy, or now they are happy, or now they're unhappy. So social media can have an adverse effect to the deepening of relationships. It can erode it if it's allowed to do that. If the people in the relationship aren't mature enough to cancel out the background noise of society and just focus on one another. And one last point, social media has enabled people to not develop interpersonal skills the way they have in the past. And the way we talk to each other, the way we communicate is out of whack. I'm a Generation Xer. You know, a guy walked up to you, hey girl, what's up? And now it's everybody's guard is up, her guard is up, his guard is up, and nobody's talking. And then you go on social media and it's you know, men and women going at each other. So honestly, I don't see how good relationships can develop out of it if everybody is relying on social media to define them, the relationship, happiness, and so forth and so on. So honestly, in my personal opinion, as an Xer, I don't think social media has made relationships better. I think it's had a bad effect, in my opinion.